عن زينب بنت أم سلمة عن أم سلمة قالت: جاءت أم سليم إلى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فقالت: يا رسول الله إن الله لا يستحيي من الحق، فهل على المرأة من غسل إذا احتلمت؟ فقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: إذا رأت الماء فغطت أم سلمة تحمل وجهها وقالت: يا رسول الله وتحتلم المرأة؟ قال: نعم، تربت يمينك، فبمن يشبهها ولدها. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. يا رب صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. My respected elders, young brothers, friends, and my honorable brothers and sisters from homes. At this very moment, I and you are sitting in the masjid, in the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and in the circle of hadith from the book Sahih Al-Bukhari. I just read a hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam before you, and I've read before you a statement of a Tabi'i, a great Imam, Imam Mujahid, rahimahullah. The statement is: لا يتعلم العلم مستحي ولا مستكبر. The statement of this great Imam is: two types of people will never learn the knowledge, whether it is secular knowledge or it is knowledge of deen, religion. Number one, mustahin, a shy person. A person who's shy, who feels shy, that if I ask the Imam, the scholar, about my prayer, how the prayer is read, if I ask the Imam, the scholar, about how to have a ghusl, take a bath, and how to become clean, and at this age, when I'm 40 years old, I'm 35 years old, I'm 45 years old, I'm 50 years old, if I ask him these Islamic rulings upon these matters, what he will think of me? He will say he's 40 years old and he doesn't know how to take what are the fards, how many compulsory acts are in having a bath, and how to make a wudu ablution. He doesn't know this. And this stops him from seeking the knowledge. Wala mustahi, this person will never learn the knowledge. Imam Mohammed rahmatullah alayhi, you must have heard this name many times. Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi, he had two great scholars, two great pupils, students. One of them was Imam Abu Yusuf, and the other was Imam Muhammad. Imam Muhammad was brought by his father to Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi. When he came, Imam Sahib asked him, are you the Hafid al-Quran? He said, no. He was just about the age of 11 or 13. Imam said, the condition is to sit in my dars, in my circle, you have to be Hafid al-Quran. He returned, he went home. After a week, he returned, he said, I am Hafiz al-Quran now. After 7 days, he came back and said, I am Hafiz al-Quran, I have memorized the full Quran. And then he was allowed to sit in the circle. Now, what I'm trying to explain to you now, listen to the instance I will relate to you now. Imam Muhammad was 14 years old and he started learning the knowledge. One day, he came to Imam Abu Hanifa at night. He said, what do you say about a child who offered his Salatul Isha? Now, remember, a boy or a girl, when they are underage, meaning they have not reached or they have not attained the puberty age, they are underage, the 5 daily prayers are not fard upon them, fasting month of Ramadan is not fard upon them, to do Hajj is not fard upon them. They are not bound to Sharia, meaning namaz, 5 daily prayers are not fard on them. If they do pray, the reward will go to their parents. If a child, our Prophet ﷺ, he encouraged the parents, the guardians, train your children. When they are 7 years old, train them. Train them how to offer the prayers. When they reach 10 years old, then if they are missing the prayer, then tell them off. Now Imam Muhammad was 14 years old. He was 14 years old. He said to Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi, what do you say about a child who is underage? He has not reached to the age of puberty. Now, how does a person become bound to Sharia? How does he reach to the age of puberty? Either he sees a wet dream, or if he doesn't see a wet dream, he reaches the age of 15. He reaches the age of 15. He said to Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi, his teacher, what do you say about a child who yet has not reached the age of puberty? He at night offered his Salatul Isha. He went to sleep. He saw a wet dream, meaning he has reached the age of puberty now. Now, within the time of Isha, he woke up. Within the time of Isha, he woke up. Now, should he repeat his Isha prayer or not? Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi said, yes, he has to offer his Isha prayer, because first he offered, it wasn't a fault upon him. Now, within the time of Isha, he became mature. He reached the age of puberty. He has to offer his Isha prayer now. Imam Muhammad was just 14 years old. He stood up, went in one of the corners, and offered his Isha prayer. He didn't feel shy to ask the masala, the Islamic ruling. He did not shy. He didn't feel to be shy. Why should I ask? I'll ask later on. This is stopping, two things are stopping people being shy, stopping you from seeking the knowledge. And when we look at our predecessors, the ulama, whose names are being mentioned on the mimbar, on the pulpit, how much they had to struggle for the knowledge. The second person who will never learn the knowledge is the one who is proud of himself. Because of the pride, arrogance. He is arrogant. Let me give you an example. One scholar may not ask another scholar with the feeling, with the thought, why should I ask? I am a scholar. Why should I ask? I am scholar myself. This person will never learn. Or a layman, because of his arrogance, why should I ask? Why should I ask? This will keep him ignorant. Not asking. There's a hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the cure to ignorance is to ask. The cure to ignorance is to ask. If you do not know, ask. Question. And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says, questioning is half knowledge. Questioning is half knowledge. Imam Abu Yusuf, another student of Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi, I just mentioned, the arrogance cannot go near these people. For the sake of knowledge, they struggled, they strived to the extent they sacrificed everything. Because of their sacrifice, today we have everything in the plate. We don't have to know much, everything is in the books. Everything, because of their sacrifice, the knowledge it has been compiled in the books, has been made easy for me and you. And how much they traveled. This book, this Sahih Al-Bukhari, its author, Imam Al-Bukhari, Mohammed bin Ismail. How much he traveled? He traveled from one country to another. He traveled to Mecca, Medina, Egypt, Syria, Iraq. And how many teachers he had? He had 1,084 teachers. 1,084 teachers he had. And this is the book. Thousands of ahadiths he gathered. And about 7,000 hadiths are in this book. Imam Abu Yusuf rahmatullah alayhi, a student of Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi, he said, I remained in the company of my teacher Abu Hanifa for 29 years. For 29 years, I accompanied my teacher. He said, one day, I was sitting in the circle. Today, we don't even have a time to sit in these circles which take place in the masjid for 15 minutes. How many people are sitting in the prayer, and how many are sitting in circle now? He said, for 29 years, I accompanied my teacher, Imam Abu Hanifa. One day he was sitting in the circle. Imam Abu Hanifa was delivering the ahadith, giving the lectures. Someone came, whispered in his ears. You know what he said? He said, your small son has passed away. Your son has passed away, died. He thought, what shall I do? If I leave the circle, I will miss the hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I will miss, Imam is delivering the talk, I will miss the lecture of hadith. And then he quickly made his mind up. He said to the person who came, who revealed the news to him of the death of his son, he said, go, bury my son, shroud him and bury him. Just imagine not even attending the funeral of his own beloved son because of the hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because of the knowledge. And then his knowledge came to me and you. There's a hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He says, the greatest charity is that a believer learns the knowledge of his religion and then he carries on to other people. Then he teaches other people. خَيْرُكُمْ مَنْ تَعَلَّمَ الْقُرْآنَ وَعَلَّمَهُ. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying, the best amongst you is he who learns the Quran and then he also teaches to other people. Then he teaches the Quran to other people. So our predecessors, they struggled, they strived in order to seek the knowledge. Imam Ibn Manda, rahmatullah, he was 20 years old when he left his home. When he left his home, he was 20 years old, and when he returned, when he was 45 years old. When he returned home, he was for 45 years he was out of his house, never returned. When he became 65 years old, he returned home. He came back. He never came back home alone. They say, it is written in his biography, he returned home. While he was coming home, he was riding on the she-camel, and behind him there were 40 camels loaded with the books of hadith, the knowledge. He gathered the ahadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We give salam to these, the soul of these personalities who struggled, who sacrificed their families, everything for the deen. Because of their sacrifice, today I and you are sitting and we don't have to do much. Everything's in the books. But still, we're still in these circles, each and every masajid, the ulama ikram, they are putting the effort day and night just to convey this message to the general public. This is the duty of every person, that you should sit in the circles which take place in the masjid, in this masjid, elsewhere. We should be thankful to the ulama ikram how much they are doing for you. So Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the hadith, there was another statement of Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha. Aisha, who was Aisha? He was the wife of our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She was the wife of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She said the excellent women are the women of Ansar. Who are the Ansars? The Sahaba Ikram from Medina al-Munawwarah. And who was immigrants? The Sahaba Ikram who came from Makkah, migrated from Makkah to Medina al-Munawwarah. There were immigrants and Ansar who were already living in Medina al-Munawwarah. Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha is saying, the excellent women I have found are the women of Ansar. Why? They never feel shy to ask. They never feel shy to ask. And when you read about the Sahabiyat of Medina al-Munawwarah, the Ansar Sahabiyat, you will find them asking Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam very personal matters, rulings of personal matters. The women, there they have monthly periods, and they came forward and they asked Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the hadith which I just read, a woman, Sulaim radiallahu ta'ala anha, she was the mother of Hazrat Anas. Who doesn't know Hazrat Anas? A very famous Sahabi, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a Khadim of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who remained in the company and in the service of Prophet for 10 years. His mother, she is saying, she came to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You will be amazed to hear this. He said, O Prophet of Allah, is there a ghusl, bathing on a woman when she sees a wet dream? When she sees a wet dream, does she has to take a ghusl, take a bath? Hazrat Salma was sitting with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and she asked, she covered her face. What masla she's asking. Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, she said, these women are very excellent women. They're not shy. They just ask. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, yes. When she sees the discharge, then he has to take a ghusl. And Aisha, Hazrat Salma said to Prophet sallallahu later on, she said, Prophet of really? Do women have, they see wet dreams? He said, tell me. Sometimes you see a child, he resembles his mother. The women, they see less wet dreams than the men. But some women, not all the women, some women see the wet dream. So Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he gave the ruling, if a woman sees wet dream, meaning when she sees the water, the discharge, then she has to, as a man takes a ghusl, she has to take a ghusl. So in this hadith, what we learn is you should never be shy. When it comes to a matter of deen, you should ask. Number two, we should never be proud. We should never be arrogant. And we should come and ask. Inshallah, today there is a moment of joy for one of the brothers who is getting the honor and receiving the ability of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept Islam. How fortunate is he who has accepted Islam. There's saying Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the one who enters the fold of Islam, he becomes like a newly born child. Which means when a child is born, he is innocent, sinless. When one embraces Islam, he becomes innocent. He becomes like a newly born child. His all previous sins are forgiven. So this brother, he will be taking a shahada, declaration of oneness of God. Inshallah, I'll call him here and he will. Brother, come forward. Yeah, come on.
God bless you.
Just look at it. James, yes. James.